How can I adequately describe to you, in a way that you would understand, the taste of a banana? I could describe to you the banana's shape, the smoothness of its skin. I could describe to you the texture of the flesh inside, how many seeds it has. I could talk about the little stringy bits that peel off the skin and tell you how to peel a banana. I could describe to you how they grow, where they grow. I could describe many, many things to you about the banana. But I can't share with you the taste. Knowing what a banana tastes like requires the experience of the banana. There's no way, no matter how articulate I or anyone else is, could ever actually describe to you what that banana tastes like. If I was to say to you that I love the last woman I loved more than I've loved anyone else before her, how can I describe what the difference is between the way I felt about her and the way I felt about anyone else? Some things require experience in order to be understood. There isn't a choice. You can try your very best intellectually to understand certain events, phenomena, concepts, but without direct experience of them, our understanding is necessarily limited. Now, Nick, in response to your videos that you've been doing about consciousness and whether or not it's possible such a thing could exist outside or independent of the physical, without experiencing that consciousness directly, you're quite justified in your skepticism. Anyone, in fact, who blindly accepts that which they can't experience or think is beyond their experience isn't really living in a decent version of reality. So I have a lot of respect for your intellectual integrity and the fact that you sort of want hard evidence and proof and whatever. I don't have any to offer you. I have personal experience. I have anecdotes. I have things that I could share. I could try to help you understand intellectually my experiences, but frankly, there's no way that you could. There's an old phrase that comes from the Far East when it's talking about wisdom, and I make no claim on wisdom. However, it sort of does apply. Those that know can't say, and those that say can't know. If I can't describe to you the taste of a banana, how much more difficult must it be for me to describe to you what it feels like to remain conscious but to stop thinking? Because, Nick, all I can do is I can beg you to accept that the functions of the brain, thinking, curiosity, emotion, other psychological and behavioral functions, those are functions of the brain. But it is possible, consciously, deliberately, to cease those functions. It is possible in meditation to negate or ignore all sensory data coming in from your five senses. It's possible to negate or ignore any mental imagery coming across in the form of memories or images from, memories basically. It's possible to stop your mind asking questions and to put an end to all curiosity. It's possible to stop having ideas. Now, I've only managed to achieve this a couple of times in my life despite numerous attempts. It's not easy to do. And to be honest, I wish I knew what I did right the times I did it right so that I could replicate the experience. But what's possible is to remain conscious but stop thinking. The result of that is a peace that I could never hope to relate to you or put into words. For me personally, I had an expansion of consciousness. I'm not even inclined to try to describe that. I'm not even inclined to try to make you think that my experiences are real. If you listen politely and then ignore everything I've said, as far as I'm concerned, that's a victory of sorts for me, because really, only a fool tries to explain his spiritual experience to another person. Normally, I wouldn't talk about my deeply held spiritual beliefs unless someone asks, because I think the world would be a better place if we all kept these types of things to ourselves. Having said that, you've asked. This is about probably the 30th attempt I've made at trying to make this video. Most of the ones in the past have been quite a bit more verbose, quite a bit more, what's the word, expository. But in the end, the more I've tried to explain, the more fruitless the effort has proven itself to be. So I hope you'll think about the banana and the way it tastes, and then try to describe that taste to someone who's never eaten a banana, and you'll understand exactly how difficult it is for me. I have no vested interest in trying to convince you or anyone else that my views are right. In fact, I'm happy that you've listened, but would encourage you or anybody else to reject any views of mine. They're not for you, they're for me. I share simply because I've been asked. This has got that funk. Thanks for listening. I'm sorry it wasn't very helpful. May all your ups and downs be ups.